Greetings. I'm going to take just a couple of minutes, as I have been, to share with you part number 4 of the portfolio for the Capstone course. Now remember, there's section 1, section 2, section 3, and section 4. If you haven't watched the other sections or the overview, make sure that you do that. But in here, we're just going to talk about section 4, which is the reflective essay. You will remember at the beginning of the portfolio, you wrote a statement of purpose. And in that statement of purpose, you wrote about what you were thinking when you started your master's degree program. What you wanted, what you hoped for, what you were fearful of, what you expected of yourself and of the program. You wrote that, and I told you in that video that that was a bookend. It was the beginning. And then there are 2 sections in the middle, and then there's going to be the other bookend. And that is this. This is the conclusion of the portfolio. This is a reflective essay. And when you write this reflective essay, which is going to be a 3 to 5 page paper, double spaced, but when you write this reflective essay, you are going to be looking back towards that statement of purpose and reflecting back on how those hopes and dreams and fears and dreads, how all of those played out. So if you started this master's degree so that you could learn how to be better at teaching a class, this is your time to say, well, now that I've taken all those courses, I feel like I'm better, or I feel like I haven't learned as much, or whatever it is. But surely you've learned some things. So talk about the things that you've learned. Focus on those things. This is a time of reflection. That's why it's called a reflective essay. Reflect back on what you have learned over the last year or 2 or 7, depending on who you are and how long you've taken. What have you learned in this master's program? And I don't just mean, the point here is not to rattle off the learning objectives for each course. This is personal and it's reflective. What did you learn individually in this class? What did you learn about curriculum and design and learning and teaching? What are the high points? If there were low points for you, what were they? That's okay to share too. Be honest. The point of this paper is to reflect and learn. It's not to complain. It's also not to just say lots of bright, optimistic things that aren't true either. So reflect deeply and talk about what you've learned and what it means for your life and how it will change your practice in some way. You're going to do that in 3 to 5 pages, and it will go at the end of the portfolio. I'll have one final video that I have not recorded yet, but will shortly, that will talk to you about the formatting of the Capstone portfolio. So I can talk to you about how you're going to put all these pieces together, because it's the one piece, no pun intended, the one part of this that you may not be comfortable with yet. So I'm going to explain that in one more video. So any questions with this, as usual, call, text, email. Thank you.